Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. Good evening, good evening, good evening. We do have some breaking news for you tonight. We do have some breaking news for you tonight. Let me just get the director to just fix this thing here. All right, so we do have some breaking news for you tonight, and I will be heading down there um very very soon. I will be heading down there very very soon um at the PSA headquarters, and also to meet with to join with, and I should be joined by Mr. Nixon Calendar via phone, as they are with the attorneys, as we have some breaking news for you tonight. Hmm. It just does not get any worse than this. So please share the live. Please share the live. We are going to be showing you some serious clips tonight, and what is happening. So I'm going to play an audio for you. I'm going to play an audio for you, and it is on what is happening with the election committee. The election committee, yes, the election committee at of the PSA. So I'm going to play an audio recording for you, and it is an audio recording of what is happening at this moment, and what has been sent out is not what is being told at this, what is being done at this point in time. Now, let me get straight into my program. Let me get straight into the program. This is Union Matters tonight, and it is breaking news on what has been transpiring at the PSA head office at this point in time, where PSA, the current election committee, in an attempt to steal the election on Monday, has recalled a number of the persons who were supposed to be presiding officers in the election and to take part in the election. They have now called a number of them and told them that they will be no longer needed on Monday. Now their names were published in the papers. They were confirmed, and everybody agreed with the parties who would be the election officers, the presiding officers, and all the different things, only to be told today at last minute this evening that the election committee has now called members of the members who are supposed to be presiding officers, election officers in the election, and have told them that they will no longer be wanted on the day on Monday. This is serious breaking news, and what they are attempting to do is to make sure that one of the teams who are currently contesting the election go before the courts of Trinidad and Tobago in an attempt to stop the election. Now, the person in charge of the election committee is from WASA. And again, it is a real high-handed tactics that is being used, and members of the Nixon Calendar team are currently engaged in terms of meeting with a lawyer to know what is the best way forward without stopping the election. Because to stop the election would mean that there's going to have problems along the way. Please share the live, and let's let people know that what is happening is a serious thing, and we need all 10,000 public officers who are eligible to vote to come out on Monday and vote. It is serious. It is serious. It is serious. This is breaking news at this point in time. I am amazed, and I keep saying it. They are going to come with some kind of high-handed tactics from the election committee to, in an attempt to make sure that people go before the courts of Trinidad and Tobago, and they are proven that they have done, that they will be doing that, and they are trying to make sure that one of the candidates on the two opposing team to the current executive right now go before the court and block the election. It is a real intimidation move by the committee, and it should be really condemned. And it has been condemned by members of teams. And really and truly, we cannot allow this to continue. So this is Union Matters. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna be right back, and we're gonna show you some things that even really and truly is going to be a shake-up in this whole election come on Monday the 10th. So you need to get your friends and your family and everybody who are public servants to come out and vote on Monday from 6 a.m. go forward. Let's take a break. We will be right back. And we're going to take a break. And we are going to be right back with more on Union Matters. Let's take a quick break.
Make way. I got work to do. Plenty work to do. Make way. I got work to do. Plenty work to do. Make way. I got work to do. Plenty work to do. Make way. I got work to do, plenty work to do. Make way. I got work to do, plenty work to do. Make way. I got work to do, plenty work to do. Make way. I got work to do, plenty work to do. Make way. I got work to do.
Comrades, my stance within this association has always been to protect and defend the independence of the PSA and to remain committed to the ideals which have brought me here this evening also. Throughout the turmoil, I continue to do what I was elected to do as a trade unionist. That is, to represent the membership passionately in all matters that came before me. Comrades, Nixon Calendar did not run from any challenge. Instead, I stood my ground. I held the fort so that I can fight for you from within.
Make way. I got work to do, plenty work to do. Make way. I got work to do, plenty work to do.
Yes. Thirdly, it also means no other union can represent nursing and midwifery personnel. No other union can represent nursing and midwifery personnel. For a third time, let me reiterate. No other union can represent nursing and midwifery personnel. Yes? Only the Trinidad and Tobago National Nursing Association. As I said, we have been telling nursing and midwifery personnel for years that the only way forward for nursing and midwifery personnel is under the umbrella of the TTNNA, formerly the Trinidad and Tobago Registered Nursing Association. We have been telling you this. We are ad nauseum some persons still, unfortunately, misguided by a few persons, join other unions, join past organizations that have served their time, and unfortunately, they would have been led astray. But thankfully, that day has now come to end. And yes, I know there's, when the news came, a couple persons asking me, so what about that gentleman who's going up for a position in PSA? Yes, what about that gentleman? He's a nursing personnel. Well, I have no idea why would anyone, having this knowledge now, that TTNNA is the only organization to be able to negotiate on behalf of nursing and midwifery personnel, why any other person would still be part of any organization. That is up to you. They can no longer represent you in industrial court. They can't negotiate for you. TTNNA will be doing that. So why are you part of any other union within the healthcare space? Only you would have to, those few persons, and there are few in numbers, majority of nursing personnel, and we want to thank them, are on board with TTRNA. So those one or two who still exist and still backing up a dead horse, well, that is up to you to resolve within your own conscience. So I don't know how that organization is going to deal with that, but that is left for them. How one could be part of a bargaining unit under the TTNNA and you're going up for elections in a bargaining unit you are not part of. Yeah, you are not part of the public service to be represented by the PSA, but you're going up for elections. Well, the public servants will have to deal with that. That is not our business. So, as I said, the three main areas of what this means: the employer must meet and treat with the Trinidad and Tobago National Nursing Association. No other union can represent you. In fact, any other union tries to take a matter to the industrial court, TTRNA will file for injunctive relief to prevent that from happening. So you're wasting your time there. And then TTRNA is set to begin negotiations.
Well, as I told you, it's breaking news that is also happening again with that and all. And breaking news all whole day today, because I am going to get the document and I'm going to play this I'm going to try to upload the document in a few minutes. Bear with me and let me show you this video on why it is some people believe that they can go and any union to represent them. Take a listen of this, which was endorsed by another candidate on the other side. On the other side, watch what was being spread as propaganda to make people believe that what they are doing is the correct thing when it is the wrong thing. And here it is again. I'm saying again, this is breaking news that is going to happen here tonight, that you're going to hear that the TTRA is going to have we are going to have I would have sent it, I think, send for the link. I think you have the link in on your thing there. I think it is. Yeah, just go back up and you will see the link. But let me just resend it again. All right, so let me just send this here off to my director here. Yeah, it has been a crazy day today, and all how you talk to these, they talk to these fellas and them like they do They don't learn, and the public must know the truth. Right. So I sent it to you, director. This was a piece of what is being sent by the other opposing team to Sentinel's PSA United Sentinel. Take a listen of this video, and while I'm going to try to get that piece of document put up by TTRA that will confirm now what was being said, that don't waste your time. Let's go. Listen to this.
I'm a member of the PSA. I'm a member of the Association of Midwives, and I am a member of the National Nurses Association. And there is freedom to association. Whosoever you think can represent you when you need it, you pay them your dues, and they represent you. Anyway, election is upon us for the Public Service Association. Mr. Oral Saunders is the person that I support. I think that is about time healthcare get this, that they deserve this recognition, this defense, the advocacy. The entire healthcare sector is not just about nursing and midwifery again. It's about the RHAs, the Ministry of Health, and to be able to bring back healthcare to a level of high value and high quality, right? And we haven't had someone that would have focused on the healthcare system to be able to improve and advance. This is the opportunity for all RHA workers.
Now, did you hear what he just said? Did you hear what he just said? Right, good, thanks. Let me play it again for you to hear what this man just said. And here who is endorsing it, eh? Look carefully at who is endorsing this piece of foolishness. Listen.
I'm a member of the PSA. I'm a member of the Association of Midwives, and I am a member of the National Nurses Association. And there is freedom to association. Whosoever you think can represent you.
Stop it right there. Stop it right there. Listen to this now.
Yes. Thirdly, it also means no other union can represent nursing and midwifery personnel. No other union can represent nursing and midwifery personnel. For a third time, let me reiterate, no other union can represent nursing and midwifery personnel. Yes?
Now you heard it for yourself, eh? And that is the president. That is the president of the midwifery, nurses, and association. So that is the president. And here this particular individual who was being misled by this particular organization, and listen to what he's saying, eh? Listen to what he's saying, and he is being endorsed by the Public United officers. Listen to this.
I'm a member of the PSA. I'm a member of the Association of Midwives, and I am a member of the National Nurses Association. And there is freedom to association. Whosoever you think can represent you when you.
You hear the kind of foolishness that's be going on in this place? You see the kind of foolishness that be going on in this place? Or look, I just get upset when I see it from them. I just get so upset because let me show you this. Let me show you this. The Trinidad and Tobago Registered Nurses Association is at Eric Williams Medical Science. And this is the Trinidad and Tobago Registered Nurses Association. The CPO responded to the Trinidad and Tobago NNA on negotiation for nursing and midwifery personnel. This show and present tomorrow in Amphi B, like the amphitheater in B, in the Eric Williams Medical Science Complex from 1 p.m. till 4 p.m. to hear it all firsthand. Be educated on why PSA can no longer negotiate for the nursing and midwifery personnel, no doctors. Hold on. Let me just take this thing here. Hey, good evening. Yes, Melba, we are live tonight, eh? We are live.
But I ain't seen I'm trying to get you, but you take me for bounce up. I ain't seen bounce up at all on the phone.
You're not seeing it at all.
I'm trying to get into the live, but I can't get in because I can take off bounce up from my WhatsApp, and I was trying to get in. I ain't seen no bounce up at all. Bounce up come off.
All right. Well, let me send the link for you. Let me send back the link for you. All right.
You know how long I'm trying to get you on there? All right.
All right. So let me just send the link here. So that people could get in on this whole thing here tonight, because this is some serious thing that we are going to be dealing with tonight, and we want everybody to share this live. This thing is so serious. People don't know how serious this thing is tonight, you know. You have an election committee. Let me just send this here. All right. Mm-hmm. Right. So I think that most of them now will be getting it. And yeah. Let me just make sure here. Let me just make sure here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. So let me get back to the serious thing that we are dealing here with at present. So I have sent the link to many people. All right. So let me get back to this here now. Be educated on why PSA can no longer negotiate for nurses and midwifery personnel nor doctors who both have RMU status now. You hear what it just said? No. Learn what is being proposed for you in the upcoming negotiations with TTNNA and the RHAs. Give your input to make amendments to the collective agreements. Nursing and midwifery personnel, don't waste your time voting in an election that has absolutely no bearings on you. Nurses are much more informed now and won't be fooled. This Saturday, the 8th of March, 2025, Amphitheater B, Eric Williams Medical Science Complex, is about nursing and midwifery business. So all Trinidad and Tobago registered nurses, you are therefore no longer being represented by the PSA. Understand what is happening here now, you know. Understand this breaking news that is happening here today, and this came out today. So when I hear this individual speaking like this, and here and telling people that he could join any union, listen to him.
I'm a member of the PSA. I'm a member of the Association of Midwives, and I am a member of the National Nurses Association. And there is freedom to association. Whosoever you think can represent you when you need it, you pay them your dues, and they represent you. Anyway, election is upon us for the.
You hear lie? We just showed you. And here with this man is being endorsed by, oh my God, what madness is this that is taking place here tonight? What madness is this? Listen, you see why people mislead people in this country and have people going down a wrong road. And when they go down the wrong road, they find themselves in all kind of problems. Because yet if this man is telling people, and this was circulated the whole entire day today by the public, by United Public Officers or whatever the hell they call themselves. And I am seriously concerned that what is being circulated here today, whole day on social media, is false information. And look who is endorsing it. Look who.
I'm a member.
It can't get no worse than that. It cannot get no worse than that. And when you think it gets worse than that. Let me tell you why it gets worse than that. Hold on. Let me show you. Let me play this for you all. Let me play all of this. Or you feel people stupid out here? This is a man who is being endorsed. He is being endorsed by the sacrosancts or whatever they call them. Right? The Wasa section that wants to enter the public service arena. Listen to this video. I mean, listen to this audio. Listen to this audio carefully. That we had, and this is out of a bantering between myself and some other people who was part and parcel of PSA and this so-called Wasa team that is supporting the sacrosancts. Listen to what this individual said when I asked him about the audit reports of PSA. Listen to this.
Are you asking?
Hold on.
What you saying? What you asking me? Are you asking the audited financial reports of the PSA? Because the audit of PSA, I never hear about that. What's the audit of PSA? You mean the audited financial reports for the PSA? I don't think that you're asking for. When they went to court, the PSA complied with it. And right now, they are waiting on the Auditor General to release that to it. Because that is the function of the Auditor General. The PSA was audited. As a matter of fact, it was audited numerous times in the recent history. So I'm sure what you want them to do again.
Or you hear any kind of level of our ignorance? Or you hear the level of ignorance? And when I told people that you ask these people about if they know the constitution of PSA, yes. Well, you tell me the constitution of PSA now. No, it's not for me to tell you, it's for you to go and sit down and read all your constitution. because they would have known that the Auditor General Department does not audit do any audit for the PSA. The Auditor General deals with the Trinidad and Tobago, not the PSA. It is the Register of Trade Unions that is deal with that. So when I do an audit report, you're supposed to send it to them. They are the ones who could decertify you if you're not in good standings and you don't live up to what the law says. But these fellas and them just want to jump out and talk foolishness. And when they talk foolishness, they are being endorsed by sacrosanct. And this is why I told people that you cannot trust these people. You cannot. So they will try all how to go out there and tell people, oh, Nixon this, Nixon that, Nixon the other. But listen to what this man telling the people. And it's false information. That's why you see, I just always tell people, come good, you know. Come real good. No Auditor General have nothing to do with PSA. So they're going out there and they're lying to the members. And if they had known that the PSA audit, the last time they get audit is when they went to court. Imagine the organization had to be taken to court for them to do the audit report. And it would have shown that PSA was in the red. They had no money, really and truly. And half of the things that they were doing were just bleeding the organization. You talking about a whole set of money going here, $500,000 here, $50,000 going here, lawyer fee there, all kind of things. All kind of things was being said in that piece. You know, even when they was trying to block out, eh? Even when they was trying, director, could you put up that clip for me, please? Put up that clip from when they was trying to block out Jenny in that meeting. Put up that clip for me, please. And just let me and I want to play this clip again before I play that one. Because I want people to understand that that you don't hear misinformation from the PSA United Sentinel. You don't hear misinformation. But listen to these people. Listen to this. Listen to this. No man, oh God, I hear that. I want to cough when I hear this one. Listen to this.
So, when you're being said, when you're asking me, are you asking the audited financial reports of the PSA? Because the audit of PSA, I never hear about that. What's the audit of PSA? You mean the audited financial reports for the PSA? And if it's that you're asking for, when they went to court, the PSA complied with it. And right now, they are waiting on the Auditor General to release that to it. Because that is the function of the Auditor General. The PSA was audited. As a matter of fact, it was audited numerous times in the history. So I'm sure what they want them to do again.
You hear lie? You hear lie? You know? And these fellas are backing sacrosanct. These fellas are being endorsed by sacrosanct. What is really going on in this place? What is really going on in this place? Director, do we have that? Do we have that clip? Do we have that? Can I get back that clip? Can I get back that clip? When she trying and she begging to get in, begging to get in. And they only blocking the woman, taking off the mic right through and laughing until a man asking, am I going to get my time off? Seriously? Seriously? Urgent matter where he went and actually paid the bill for a convicted man. This man was hauled, he was arrested and charged. And he took members' funds and bailed out this man. Up to now, we can't know if it is that he paid back the money. Are you serious? Right. Are you serious? And you want to tell me that Sacrosanct, Felicia Thomas, who was there and part and parcel of the foolishness, she wants to go up now to be the president of PSA, and you went and you trying to steal the election tonight? Today, you went to try the election committee, all of a sudden pick up the phone and calling people who are supposed to be presiding officers and telling them, no, you not don't bother to come out Monday. You don't bother to come out Monday. You don't bother to come out Monday. And putting other people who they believe that will be in their best interest. Because it's all an attempt to stop the elections come Monday. This must not be endorsed. All right, no problem. This must not be condoned and endorsed. This is madness. But you want to hear other breaking news? You want to hear other breaking news? Imagine if imagine it is alleged. Let me use that word. Yeah. I think it is right here. Right. So imagine it is alleged. And I will say the word alleged because really and truly, I just wonder about some of these teams. I just wonder about some of these teams. It is alleged. Let me use the word because I might fall off the ledge. That the vice president, one of the vice president candidates, one of the candidates who is vying for position of first VP or second VP is running around the town telling people, do not vote for a whole slate. Vote for members. Vote them in, like take a piece here and a piece here and a piece here. Imagine that. So it's like they buy a mixed nuts. That's what they want. Because they know that Oral Saunders cannot even enter the race. He cannot. But they're still endorsing the man to be in the foolishness. Why? This madness has to stop. This madness has to stop. What foolishness is this, man? First we tell you the grasping at straws, one trying to interfere with the election committee, and I keep saying it, I keep saying it over and over and over. They are going to go after that election. Let me see if I can get. Let me play this one again for you to show you.
What you being said? What you asking here? Are you asking the audited financial reports of the PSA? Because the audit of PSA, I never hear about that. What's the audit of PSA? You mean the audited financial reports for the PSA? And if it's that you're asking for, when they went to court, the PSA complied with it. And right now, they are waiting on the Auditor General to release that to it. Because that is the function of the Auditor General. The PSA was audited. As a matter of fact, it was audited numerous times in the recent issue. So I'm sure what they want to do again.
Waste of time. And that sacrifice. I keep saying them sacrifice. Oh God. Hey, Yana. Listen to Jenny before I make this phone.
When we meet once more to conduct the business of the association, and I would like to thank the executive as well for participating in this meeting. Thank you, everyone. It is now 12:36. If there aren't any other matters to be raised, we would like to close the meeting at this point and thank everyone for coming.
Excuse Felicia, I had some technical difficulties, so I was in and out of the meeting several times. But I missed one or two things. Was the judgment presented at the beginning?
Yes, we did present the consent order to the General Council at the start of the meeting. Any other matters to be addressed?
Time off for the meeting.
Sure, Mr. Nankudi, you can communicate with the Secretariat and we will ensure to forward your time.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, if there aren't any other matters, I will proceed to close the meeting. Thank everyone. Sorry, somebody said something?
Yes, hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, morning. My name is Comrade Jennifer Frederick from Cooks, Bakers and Food Service Workers. Under Standing Orders 1054, I'm entitled to 10 minutes speaking time, and as such, I would like to be allowed. The chair usually has the habit of muting me and throwing me out once I start asking the question. I want to first say that I object to you being there, ma'am, as the chairperson, because you yourself are a part of the defendants with Mr. Joe in the court. So the statement he recused himself, you should have done the honorable thing also and recuse yourself, because you have introduced yourself into our matter by saying,
Member.
10 minutes I'm entitled to, and I'm entitled to speak. I'm entitled to speak 1054. Chair, I am asking that.
Do you have a matter specifically that you would like to raise at this point in time? You can state the matter that you would like to discuss and then proceed. So you can proceed to state what you are speaking on and you can proceed. Thank you.
I would like to continue, please, under Standing Order 1054. I'm asking, under what rule is this meeting called? Is it under Rule 24 or is it was an order of the court? I'm asking the General Counsel. The principle of natural justice has not been served yet.
Comrade, I have stated clearly that you ought to state what you are speaking on. You are not to ramble on with 20, 40 questions before the General.
I am speaking on, ma'am.
You have the opportunity to ask a question, and that question can be answered. And
this morning, ma'am.
I'm not acting.
I'm being muted. I am speaking on the matter that is before discipline, and my name was called. I am speaking based on that, and I need to be allowed to speak on it based on Standing Order 1054. I am asking General Counsel, under what rule is this meeting being called? Is it Rule 24 or is it the order of the court? I am also saying the principles of natural justice has not been served here because there are members whose names and pictures were put up. They are not here to defend themselves. That is against the principles of natural justice. I'm also asking General Counsel, what decision did you all, what letters did you all get to come to this meeting so that you know exactly what it's about? Again, I'm asking because I'm allowed under 10 minutes to have my say, and questions are not considered speaking time. Some of us are general council members and might add a higher body than the executive who is trying to nuzzle us. What is to stop him from doing the same to anyone there right now who disagree with him on a matter? I'm also asking. We send letters to the attention of the general council. Was the general council these letters ever disclosed to the general council? Should the general council be so disrespected and let down a part of self-destruction by the executive and working group? Rule 30 speaks to the appointment of subcommittees. Has any subcommittees been appointed? Not even conference has been held in 12 years. In the absence of any appointment.
And we are trying to get. Good evening, Miss Jennifer. Good evening.
Good evening. When you call me something or what has happened?
Well, we are seeing breaking news right now that the election committee is who is spearheaded by a WASA personnel is calling members who are presiding officers and persons who are supposed to be dealing with the election and telling them don't bother to come out on Monday. They will come in as reserves. What is your say on this thing at this point in time, on this 99 hour that they're doing this particular thing to stop the elections?
Well, I want to tell them, Mr. President, to your listening audience, I talking as an ordinary member of PSA. I'm an ordinary member. But Batiste and Felicia Thomas and them are going to get the backside wash with and they want to hold on to office. I'm surprised they're trying this last minute thing because they no longer have the confidence of WASA workers. They no longer have the confidence of the public officers and the public service. And if you don't know through that, then they won't have a leader because right now the nurses union headed by Edie Stewart have RME status for assistant psychiatric nurses and Oral Sanders, who is the president candidate for United Public Officer. She's an assistant psychiatric nurse. So I understand, how true it is. People from the team, I don't know how true it is telling people mix and match. I mean, if it's nuts and chana mix up with tunes and all that is mix and match. I don't know, voting for PSA election no mix and match because no coalition ain't going to last. You vote for 13 people, but like they don't already know, they ain't have a presidential candidate, so like they're looking to vote. And back to Sacrosanct again, all Felicia them go try all them things because them not do nothing for public officers. She was a general secretary under Watson Solomon Drew, and she never do nothing for public officers. She became the first vice president under a backdoor president nobody voted for. Imagine I call her girl. I call her because I don't mix my neighbor. When I see her thing, I call her in the sound. She can't bring nobody to the backdoor to be the president of PSA. He's the first vice president. I said, stand your ground and you'll get the support. You'll get the support from us because how it is, if the president and the first vice president to go down in order, let the matter go to the general council, and the general council will treat it either appointment or having a by-election. The man tell me, oh, you don't be talking about. And she allowed Leroy Batiste to come in to the background, nobody votes him as the president of PSA. And now she wants to be president. Why she weak by? So they're trying anything, in my opinion, to try and stop the PSA election like what they did in 2017. But I want to tell you these officers when they have a job to do to bring up this election. Do not be fooled. Do not be encouraged by nobody telling them not to come out and vote so that we don't have an election for PSA. Public officers are dependent and presiding officers to come out and do the job. Presiding officers, the election committee, but I want to hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, but there's some noise on the background. Yeah, you.
I'm sorry, no walk away. You hear me?
Yes.
The election committee and all the presiding officers only working for the election. Because public officers have been without proper representation. So how much
Well, we seem to just let me just see something here.
Election to Felicia and them to do what? Felicia Thomas is a failure. National Raj is a failure. Kellen Willis is a failure. And it's not because I don't like them. It's because they haven't done nothing for public officers. So they want to stay there for. Sanders is a failure. When he had the opportunity in 2009 to go as the presidential candidate, he made them tell me to put Watson through. A man who nobody knew in the public service. He lost the opportunity. He took the position as general secretary. And after 4 months, he ran back to St. Anne's Hospital. He hasn't elevated himself. He hasn't learned nothing. Or Sanders something the same way in 2009 to now. Not improvement, nothing. The only person that could see have grown and have growth and experience and knowledge and understanding about dealing with industrial relation matters. It's Nixon calendar. Look right now. Leroy Batiste gave him permission to deal with a public officer matter in the industrial court. He's dealing with public officers issues right now in the industrial court. He has been before the Equal Opportunity Commission. He has been before Grievance Tribunal. He has the ability. Listen now, when Duke sell you out for 5%, Nixon Calendar, the General Secretary, sit down with a bargaining unit, MIC. It's a bargaining unit of PS and get 9%. How many public officers end up getting the 4% extra? It's because Nixon Calendar would have gotten 9% for a bargaining unit of PSA. And if I get 9% for a bargaining unit, the rest of the bargaining units and them can't get 5%. It's based on that and the hard work. The man knows how to do the work, he has been doing the work. So they want to tell me, oh, they don't want to get into office because of what? Because of who and always praying to be president because I the only wish in life because like we thought that they had nothing else and the population come now man. We need to have an election on Monday in the absence of that all the wicked public officers and all who take part in this nastiness in not having an election on Monday and encouraging people not to come out of an election. All the wicked public officers because public officers deserve a PSA. Public officers deserve an organization to help them to deal with their grievances, to stand up against management, to stand up against the employer when they're being treated unfairly. And all they want to stop the election by want all for doing them kind of thing. I'm really upset this hour. That's how you call me to tell me that, Mr. Wells. I'm really upset by.
Well, that is what is happening right now.
Officers want somebody to help. Public officers want people to deal with their grievances. Felicia Thomas can't do it. Wallace can't do it. Avinash can't do it. Oral Sanders can't do it. All we have on the team can't do it. We don't want to hold on to power. They're wicked. They don't care about public officers.
You understand?
They don't care about public officers. They don't stand down. They don't stand down and like a man who could run PSA, proper run PSA. They're too wicked. I'm real upset this hour, boy. I'm real upset. Public officers waiting. They want a team to go in and help them. It's 12 years now we have an increase in salary. Oral Sanders can't negotiate. He can't go and sit down from Dr. Dindial. You're mad. You have the ability, the experience. Nobody on the team. Felicia Thomas, worse yet. The only man can do that. And this time here right now was Nixon Calendar. I want to deny public officers the opportunity to go and vote for PSA United public officers. Or they're wicked. That's wickedness. And all who taking part in that, woe be unto them. Woe be unto them. The cries of public officers, they go be a lot governmental. The cries of public officers go be on all of them. If the latest election come out free and fair. So watch me talking about what I done.
All right. Yes.
And I going out and vote. I going and vote. I encourage all public officers who are PSA members, go out and vote. Vote resoundingly for PSA United Sentinel. To do anything else, it's to keep me in a position where we without an increase in salary for 12 years. And I go on for 15 years. Then we might never get none again. In fact, the public service might mash up with only for contract workers. So we need to have a PSA there. I damn vexed that's how Mr. What you calling me to tell me this thing.
Do get vexed. Do get vexed. Go out and vote on Monday. Go out and vote.
It's not a sensitive topic. It's an emotional one.
Yes.
It's for bread and butter.
And they're playing games.
Calling people to tell them don't come out.
Yeah.
Because they're wicked. Felicia Thomas can't PSA. She's a failure. She don't know nothing. The lead PSA. The lead works and workers down a rabbit hole. Make them feel they go get get this and get that. You tell me, a man running a union don't know. You can stop an employer from restructuring the organization. You don't know how to utilize the retrenchment and benefit of. And you take that to Privy Council and lost the blasted case using one set of PSA money to get external lawyers. Everything you have to get lawyer from outside. It have nobody in the PSA could stand up and go in the industrial court and fight a case. So we only have to get SC and SC for the dance. Some must be vexed. For relief.
Wow.
You're going to tell me they want to stop the election?
They're trying to stop the election on Monday. Yeah.
The wicked, they tried that in 2017. We ended up inside it for 3 years without the election. And what we get from it, nothing. You form your own political party. Felicia was there.
Yeah, thank you.
In Tobago.
Thank you.
But this one, the next woman was there too. She had gone.
Yes.
Campaigning, studying the PDP. They wasn't studying public office at that right. We didn't get settlement in 2014-16. True come and tell me that the Minister of Finance offered a percentage, but he's not looking at it now because it's Christmas time, and he never tell public officers what it is. He never come to General Council. He refused it. We have done 14-16 for a long time.
Thank you.
Felicia was there.
Thank you. And
I go on here. I go on for me. I can't take this thing. I go on.
Okay. Well, you heard it there. You heard it there. We're gonna try to get in contact now with the man who is with the lawyers. Let me see if we can get in contact with him because he is with his lawyers. Oh my goodness! It's going to be a long night tonight. Why? Because he was started to be here tonight, and because of what is developments is happening, and this is serious thing whereby they are trying to steal the election come Monday morning. So if there's no election on Monday because presiding officers ain't showing up, you gotta call in presiding officers and they telling presiding officers, don't show, don't come out, don't do this, don't do that, don't do. What is really going on? And people are endorsing them foolishness. People are endorsing that foolishness. In fact, oh God. It's which a point that they just get fed up. They believe that nobody wasn't taking the PSA to court. They wasn't taking the executive to court. So they say, well, oh boy, like nobody, what? But Sacrosanct was not getting the people to move because people was not supporting them. And now that they realize that we ain't getting the support, we ain't getting the support, This is why you come to do the people and them now. This is why you're doing the people and them. Let's see if we can get in contact with let me see if I can get in contact with Mr. Nixon Calendar and find out what is happening there. Let me see if you can get in contact with him right now. Hold on. Good evening, Nixon Calendar. All right, you may have to talk a little harder because something happened to my externals. But go ahead. What is happening right now with this whole PSA election come Monday?
Yes, hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, what is going on now is we would have received several calls and information on the various chat groups whereby the presiding officers and deputy presiding officers whose names were published by the PSA Elections Committee as the persons to conduct the affairs of the elections at the various polling stations, they were being called by the PSA and being told that they are no longer presiding officers or deputy presiding officers, and they have been put on reserve. Some of them have been told outright they didn't get through. But how it is that persons could not have been successful when their names were published in the daily newspapers as the presiding officer. So as we speak right now, there is mass, what you would call removal of presiding officers and deputy presiding officers and being replaced by faceless persons, persons who would have not have been published in the newspapers in accordance with the election rules. So the members of the PSA do not know these people who are being replaced to manage or supervise the elections at the various polling stations.
So what does this mean for Monday now? If they are being called and they're being told that their services are no longer needed, what does this mean for the election? Will it have an election on Monday?
Well, the elections have not been postponed, but what is going on is that there are persons who will be presiding and deputy presiding officers whose names nobody knows, whose names were not published. Because what is going on now is the persons whose names were published in the newspapers, who were published as persons as presiding and deputy presiding officers, are no longer being those persons in the polling stations. And this is a serious concern. I am calling upon, and listen to me, you see, this is not surprising. This is not surprising when you are dealing with things like Leroy, when you are dealing with individuals like Leroy Baptiste, Felicia Thomas, and these individuals. They have a WhatsApp girl right now. Who is the chairperson of the elections committee. And while I will not cast any aspersions on her, I am saying and I'm appealing to the elections committee and the elections officers, do the right thing right now. And I will tell you, it is not even right now, but from the get-go of these elections, from the posting of polling stations, from the posting of presiding officers, from the posting of roving polling stations, the PSA has been running not in accordance with the election rules. And I'm telling you something, they are trying all in their best for someone to approach the court. And I'm telling public officers this, and I'm telling even WASA workers, NIB workers, it has reached home now. This team who is in office, they are desperate. Let me repeat. They are desperate. But if it is that you all did nothing wrong in the PSA, why are you fighting so hard in using illegal means to stay within the PSA? And I'm telling public officers and I'm telling PSA members, do not tolerate this. I said it before and I will say it again. Public officers mind all their business. Because PSA United Sentinels is clear, based on our information, based on our data, when we went around to the various WASA stations, it's not no WASA to WASA again. I could tell you all that. WASA membership is disgusted at Leroy Baptiste. They are disgusted at Felicia Thomas. They are disgusted against Kellon Wallace, Avinash Maraj, Chitan, all of them. They are disgusted. They have failed the membership. We are on 2013 salaries in 2025, and these people have the audacity, they have the gall to come to members for them to vote them back in. And all they are presenting to members, blame the government, blame the government, blame the government. When it was the PSA under same Watson Duke, Felicia Thomas was there, Leroy Baptiste was the consultant, Kellon Wallace was there, Avinash Maraj was there. Who would have been propping Watson Duke and his political career, not studying negotiations, not studying job evaluations, not studying our public officers who have matters languishing right at the various ministries and institutions. They're not even studying their own WASA workers. We have workers in WASA who are temporary and permanent, who are temporary and casual. Between 11, 17, 18 years, there are people who are acting in positions, who are retiring, not being appointed in those positions. Leroy Baptiste, and I said it the other night, Fearless, I said it the other night, they are running desperate right now. It have no WASA for WASA again, Leroy, Felicia, all your time is up.
Well, let me ask
what
you.
you all are resorted to now. They are resorting to removing presiding officers, calling them and telling them they didn't get through. Yet still, these people, names were published in the daily newspapers in accordance with the election rules. So now we have some, and I believe it's close to about, let me see, 1, 2, it's about 17 persons were called and informed they are no longer needed as presiding or deputy presiding officers.
But let me ask you this question. Because I know you all would have been being briefed and being asked, what is your next step in terms of this particular matter? Would you all be, if let me say, according to what happens in the polls on Monday, would you all be taking it to the court?
Yes.
Right.
PSA United Sentinel, under my leadership, is a responsible team. We are measuring everything. They say measure 7 times and cut once. We are looking on. We are receiving data. We are receiving information. I don't know about the other team, because I'm going to tell you something. When the advertisement went out for presiding officer and deputy presiding officers, I would have instructed members of my team not to promote that on behalf of the election committee. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's Leroy Baptiste and Felicia Thomas we're dealing with. This wasn't unexpected, you know.
No.
This wasn't unexpected. But when you reach a position where you have posted presiding officers, and after posting presiding officers, you are now calling them presiding and deputy presiding officers, and you are calling them and replacing them with other people. Our suspicions have heightened. We are still being briefed. But what I am telling members of the PSA, public officers, mind all your business. Our union is not in a good position. Our wage negotiations is not, it's virtually tied up once Leroy Baptiste and Felicia Thomas remains there, because even though Felicia Thomas is going for president of the PSA, don't think one moment that Leroy Baptiste will not maintain his tentacles in there. You know, I keep saying it over and over again, that we are in a dire position. We continue to take advice, and we are monitoring. But I'm going to tell Kellon Wallace, Avinash Maraj, Leroy Baptiste, because he remains the incumbent president.
Yes.
Felicia Thomas, Chita, Hayden Duke, and others. You all have a fiduciary responsibility to conduct the affairs of the PSA in accordance with its rules. That is all I'm telling you all at this point in time. Take that.
Well,
go and sleep with it and think of it.
Well, before you go, I just want to play this particular clip for you, Mr. Nixon. I want to play this clip for you because I don't know if some people are crazy in this country or it's just about blind loyalty to foolishness. Listen to this, Mr. Nixon. Listen to this.
I'm a member of the PSA. I'm a member of the Association of Midwives, and I am a member of the National Nurses Association. And there is freedom to association. Whosoever you think can represent you when you need it, you pay them your dues, and they represent you. Anyway, election is upon us for the Public Service Association. Mr. Oral Saunders is the person that I support. I think that is about time healthcare get this that they deserve.
I don't want to play the rest of it, Mr. Nixon, but tell me, could a man, because we spoke on this on numerous occasions, but this individual seems to Get somebody to publish this foolishness, and he's a part of this, and he's a part of that, and he's a part of this. What does the Constitution say about a person being in more than one union and having people to represent them? What does the Constitution say about that?
Well, the PSA Constitution is clear. Once a worker is represented by a union that has sole bargaining rights, which is recognized majority rights, they cannot even be admitted into the PSA. Now, we'll have gone through this, and you're correct, we up to today, I had to be going over this, and fairness.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm not one to play smart with foolishness. I know the comrade who has now joined this mantra. I know that comrade, and I will say it again. The law, not even the PSA Constitution supersedes the law. Persons can be a member of any sort of organization. You could be a member of the Dog and Cat Association and all.
Yes.
Guess what? You may not be a member of the PSA in good standing. Because once it is a union gain recognition to represent you as the Dog and Cat Association, as the Midwife Association, as the TTNA, the PSA cannot even admit you. And if you are a member already in the association, guess what? Without a real and spell fit. You see, let me tell you something, and I would say it here again for tonight, for all our public officers. Our public officers have the most set of degrees and masters, double masters, triple masters.
You telling me? See, no, you go ahead. You telling me that they don't have it? They have it?
Yes. No, our public officers are the most set within the whole working environment. In Trinidad and Tobago, we have persons who are highly intelligent. But I'm going to tell you something. When it is you need somebody to represent you in court, you need an expert. Either be it a lawyer, or industrial relations representative, or industrial relations specialist. People, let me lay it for you all again. Oral Saunders is an enrolled nursing assistant. That is a fact.
Yes.
On the 19th of September 2024, his condition changed during that time. And what his condition of service changed during that time? It was altered. You know, it was altered by the Recognition and Certification Board. Would have put him in an appropriate union called the Trinidad and Tobago National Nursing Association. The Recognition Board posted a certificate proclaiming to the entire world and all reasonable and sane thinking individuals that the Recognition Board, which is the board under the Constitution of Trinidad and Tobago, has placed Oral Saunders in an appropriate bargaining unit called Bargaining Unit Number 6 under the Trinidad and Tobago National Nursing Association. That is a fact.
Yes, that is a fact.
People, this is not Nixon calendar. The candidate telling you this.
No.
This is the Recognition Board telling the entire working population, all the trade unions in Trinidad and Tobago, they are telling you all you can't come here again.
Well,
coming out of that certificate, that union will soon get what you call the recognized majority union status to enter into collective bargaining. So when Comrade Edie Stewart spoke, as he said in nauseam, that no other union could represent nursing fraternity, he was not in error. So therefore, people, you all have an individual that was allowed to file his nominations who not even the PSA
when
could
we meet
represent.
once more to conduct.
Go ahead. Sorry about that.
And that is a fact. That is a fact.
Yes.
I'm not going to go down in any debate with anybody with this people.
Well, Mr.
It is
Nixon.
for you all to understand. The 19th of September last year, this individual was placed under another bargaining unit, and he's in the PSA elections with a team who also knows about this. How you govern is how you campaign is how you govern. So no amount of fiddling around, playing, and I could be a member of anything, and our constitution and the law is clear on this. And therefore the United Public Officers are only in this race and was allowed to have oral Saunders in this race to split votes. That is clear. And God forbid, Felicia Thomas with her puppet master Leroy Batiste and the other set of dunce on them, because it's dunce. I ain't mixing no words. Because we still on 2013 salaries in 2025. Same set of people wasn't there. That is a fact.
That is a fact.
Our job evaluation exercise is not completed while the SRC job evaluation on top managers in the public service went ahead, started after us and finished after us.
That's a fact.
That is a fact.
That is a fact.
What is a fact is that Leroy Batiste and them, they lost in the Privy Council with the TTRA matter, causing right now, given the warrant, given the permit to any political party to come into government to do whatever they want with the public service. That is a fact.
That's a fact.
What is also a fact is that Leroy Batiste stood up at Labour Day and said he's not negotiating with any government. And he signed off. That is a fact.
That's a fact.
What is also a fact is that Leroy Batiste, Felicia Thomas, aided and abetted by Kellon Wallace, Avinash Maharaj, Chitta, Hayden Duke and others, they are campaigning in mainstream politics while being paid by PSA dues. That is a fact.
That is a general fact.
So, what is?
Well, let me.
I think go ahead.
Well, let me just say something to you, which is also a fact, that the TTRNA, Trinidad and Tobago Registered Nurses Association, put out a statement today at 7 hours ago. Well, it would have been now 9 hours ago, that the CPO responded to the TTNA on negotiation for nurses and midwifery personnel. So they are having a big, massive meeting tomorrow from 1 p.m. till 4 p.m. Wouldn't that not include Mr. Oral Saunders?
Well, I saw what was placed. I saw what was put out, and that is for the collective agreement is for the Eastern Regional Health Authority Nursing Fraternity.
Right.
Right? They would have submitted from the ink didn't dry on their recognition. Rightfully so, Comrade Edie Stewart went and sent a proposed collective agreement one time to the CEO of the Eastern Regional Health Authority, and what they have received is a correspondence from the CPO,
right,
which also sits on the Public Sector Negotiating Committee, treating now with them and negotiations. And this is why we have been on record fearless.
Yeah.
That come ending of this month and April, let's say, God forbid, that Oral Saunders and them is allowed to split the votes and allow Felicia and them to stay inside there. The only person that will be waiving public officers, WASA, the Blind Welfare Association, Civil Aviation, Airport Authority, and others. The only person that will be waiving all of us bye-bye is Oral Saunders, because he will be now going into another union, which would now have recognized majority union status for to bargain collectively, while we remain in this mess with these set of illegitimate, I don't want to say some words, but
well, I know that. Well, I know that you are by your lawyers at this point in time, and you are trying to figure out, well, what is the next step, and we will stay in contact with you because we have more to deal with on this particular issue as time comes to hand.
Thank you very much. And public officers, stay focused, because at the end of the day, no amount of wibble rabbling, you have to come out in their thousands and reject this bunch of illegitimate set of people, wicked and evil people. They call Leroy Batiste, Felicia Thomas, Abinash Maraj and others. Get them out of the PSA. Get them out. And the only way to get them out is to vote them out and not only elect a team called PSA United Sentinels, because coming in there swinging, we have 3-page. We don't know 3-pagers. We will never a team with 3 pages. And that is what they have presented to you all. 3 pages. Them and UPO walking all over the place with 3 pages for a massive intellectual organization like this called the PSA that they want to govern with 3-page proposal. We are not like that. Go to the polls and do what are they supposed to do. On this end, we are putting out our finances. We are right now being advised properly, but all your job is to go out there Monday. If you have to take a day to spend the whole day by the polls, go out there and make sure that on the 11th of March, Leroy Batiste's name will be etched out. Felicia Thomas' name will not be mentioned in the PSA again.
Well, we want to thank you for taking a little time out to come and address the members of the PSA, and we will stay in contact with you on further developments as it comes to hand.
Okay, thank you again. Come on.
So that was the voice of Mr. Nixon Calendar, the team leader of PSA Sentinel United, and you are hearing it live here tonight that they have been calling members of the election committee and has been telling them not to come out, don't come out, because their services are no longer needed. Now, with this type of foolishness that is happening, let me just, with this type of foolishness that is happening, it is a cause for concern at this point in time. And people have to really, you must go out on Monday. You must go out on Monday and you must vote. You must go out and vote. Do not chance your life and keep this wicked regime that just keeps to be handing without going to a proper and fair election to continue to run PSA. People, this was PSA, this was Union Matters tonight, and we was dealing with this PSA election. We gave you the breaking news, what has been happening in terms of election officers being called and being told, do not come out on Monday, your services are not needed, you will be put on a reserve. We are seeing where candidates are in getting people to come out and say foolishness that they could be in 3 and 4 different unions. We are getting people to, we are seeing where it is that you are having people saying that the Auditor General is doing the financials from Sacrosan's team. You know, it is a bunch of madness. We gotta realize the pressure is on tonight. And it will be on tomorrow and even on Sunday. And let me tell you something. There's a plan to move forward. There's a plan to move forward on Monday to put more WASA office in terms of where you could go and vote. WASA polling stations where you could go and vote, and only WASA polling station. So you need to go out, make your voices be heard, vote on Monday, and send a resounding statement to the Sacrosans and to the to this public united officers, whoever they call themselves, that hey, the PSA United Sentinel is the only team that we voted for, and this is who we want to represent us. Come forward on Tuesday morning. With this being said, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Remember, share it. Let people know this is a crucial election. You need to come out and vote. And we may be on the ground come Monday evening to bring it to you live, the election results. I hope they don't take 5 days again, because 5 days we saw what happened. So stay tuned, look out. We may even we're going to have a special live on this Sunday. We're going to have a special live on this Sunday. And this is where we're going to send a strong message to those who believe that they could steal the election and get away with it. Look out for it this Sunday at 8 p.m. You don't want to miss it. No. Yeah, 8 p.m. You don't want to miss it. Have a good night. Remember to scan so that you can get in on the Steam Sentinel page and you can get to see what is happening there. And before we go, let me just play this clip and we'll be out of here.
PSA members, in the area of trust, no marriage could survive without trust. The PSA over the years have been plagued with political interference and political dealings. When you vote on Monday, the 10th of March, 2025, you'll be voting for PSA United Sentinels, free from political interference and free from anyone on the executive who has political ambitions. We believe that our members in the PSA have a right to have their political opinion and their political choices. We will not interfere with that. However, we would be first and foremost taking politics out of the PSA. Members of the PSA, stay focused. We got work to do, plenty work to do.
I got work to do, plenty work to do.